Need some help, Monster Slayer?
I want to talk, Dog of War.
I've heard much about you, Witcher. Greetings.
Greetings, Captain. Is Henselt paying you to wait?
Curiosity itching you, Witcher. Not the best trait to have in wartime.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
Deathmole's given us silver-plated weapons and protective amulets. On your advice, as I heard it. We're to observe the mist and, if need be, drive off the wraiths.
How many mercenaries you got watching the fog?
I've got them spread out in small groups around campfires. And how many we number? Well, that's my concern alone.
Since you're already watching it, pay attention to the size of the cloud. I need to know if it's expanding.
Well,
How fast?
it's almost imperceptible, but it's constant. A foot, perhaps two a day. What does that mean?
Means I have to hurry. Does Henselt pay his mercenaries well? Call it professional curiosity on my part.
It's no secret a lump sum of 20,000 Novigrad crowns awaits. To be divvied up between those who survive.
So the more of you die, the greater the take per head.
Yes.
Were you here 3 years ago during the last battle for Vergen?
Bradley's Blue Banner was. They were decimated by mages. The survivors enlisted with us. They weren't eager to talk about it, and we didn't press them.
No lack of work for your kind.
Mercenary might just be the surest profession these days. Sign of the times.
I heard you gained fame during the wars with Nilfgaard.
Our fees have doubled since the Battle of Brenna. As it turns out, it was worth risking our necks.
I wouldn't mind learning some details about Brenna from someone who played first fiddle there.
Constable Natalis commanded the Nordlings. The Nilfgaardians mounted a vicious attack. And if not for us and the Dun Banner, the collected armies of the North probably would have shattered into bits. Luckily, we showed up at the right time, withstood the assault and came out victorious. We earned every last copper we were paid. 50,000 Nilfgaardians shattered their teeth trying to bite at us. Menno Coldhorn, their commander-in-chief, chose death over humiliation. Like in every battle, it was a question of timing, taking advantage of the foe's missteps, and a bit of luck.
Must be fatiguing fighting all the time.
I took a little time off recently, something along the lines of a honeymoon. But I like my craft, and I'm not afraid to admit it.
I knew one of your kind once. Woman by the name of Rayla.
Killed by an elf's treacherous arrow. She made a mistake. Let her emotions take control. This profession requires cold calculation.
Good to see you, you old rogue.
Why the long face, Sultan?
Everything's fucked.
The only sight worse than a sad dwarf is the sight of a very sad dwarf.
I don't suppose you have any vodka?
I see things are worse than I thought.
I feel like a monkey in a cage. Those pricks act as if they've never seen a dwarf before.
If you need a change of climate, come with me. I'm on my way to Vergen.
You say that as if you're going to the brothel round the corner. Forgetting about the spectres?
I may have amnesia, but I remember the curse.
Well, all I get around here is non-human midget and the like. And I've dwarven brethren on that side. Sure as shit, I'll take Saskia over that prick Henselt too. You really willing to help me cross?
Of course.
You know, Geralt, I have a feeling that Vergen's where I should be.
I get you. Let's go.
How do you plan to get through the fog? Thought it was suicide to venture into it.
Deathmold gave me a protective amulet.
Throw it out! I wouldn't touch anything belonging to that dick.
The magical potential of the talisman will cause a local interference in the astral projection, creating disharmony where the two dimensions of reality meet.
Meaning?
The mist should part to let us pass.
You should have put it like that to begin with, instead of all that crap about astral bodies. I'll go with you. Never again. Fucking fog.
Look at it this way. You'll be able to brag about seeing the ghostly fog from the inside for the rest of your life.
I'd rather brag about how I plowed 3 wenches at once in my youth.
Adon!
Stop! You're making a mistake!
A mistake? Interesting. There's a war on. Don't know if you've noticed. And wars are won by killing foes. Or do I have it all wrong?
The Witcher's a messenger. On his way to see Saskia.
Not your typical messenger.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but we had to pass through an atypical fog in which your typical messenger would have shit just before he...
Enough! We'll not let you inside Vergen. But you can deliver your message to the commander of the Watch. He's stationed by the town gates.
Plowing typical elf. Come on, Geralt.
Why, it's Geralt of Rivia and Zoltan Chive. Pinch me, Burden, for I believe I've dozed off while on duty.
Could be an illusion, eh? Or some spectres from the battlefield have lost their way. Maybe we ought to tickle them with an axe, just to be sure.
I'm afraid there's no mage out there who can conjure up the Witcher's mug, nor the aroma of Zoltan's beer-soaked beard.
Yarpen Zigrin! Lice eat me if I'm not delighted to see that horrid mug of yours.
This lad here's Scaling Burden. Geralt, what are you doing standing there as if you've swallowed a halberd? Got a hug for an old mate?
Greetings. Triss has told me a lot about you.
Wee Marigold? Ha! How is the lass? Let me tell you, Scaling, this here Witcher's the very embodiment of chivalry. All the Selkirks of the world can't hold a candle to him. And you know why?
No, but I got a feeling we're about to find out.
Me? A knight? I'd sooner call Zoltan a show dancer.
Well then, listen everyone. At the time, we were escorting Caedwene army convoys through the Sherwood forests. Aye, we served Hensel once, though always for coin. Anyways, the Witcher was on the road as well, with Triss and Ciri, heading south. The lass, I tell you, was a demoness incarnate. Pure pepper on her feet, and healthy as a horse. But the sorceress fell ill. Some terrible pestilence held her, gave her the runs. That woman needed to go every 5 minutes. Never seen anything like it. And I've had my share of gut rumblings. This one time, I roasted an old ailing gerbil and...
Oi! You promised us a chivalrous tale.
And I'm delivering it, lad. In any case, the Witcher would carry her into the bushes time after time. He treated and cared for her, cleaned her, bathed her.
Sounds normal to me. A man looking after his woman. It's too much to call it chivalrous, Yarpen.
Ah, wrong. Triss weren't his woman. Not his wife nor lover. She was sick and in need of aid. And he was on a secret mission. Might have left her in some city, might have gone off on his own, but he didn't. Know why? Because he's got a heart of gold. He truly cares. A lad like you, Scaling, don't know that being a knight's not just about thrashing around in full plate, a long sword in hand. It's not just about fighting duels and winning tournaments.
I missed hearing your bullshit, Zigrin.
I don't believe anyone else has tried to tell me that story.
How is the wee Marigold, anyway?
Not great. The Kingslayer kidnapped her.
Oh, damn the dogs. That's downright terrible.
I suppose it's no coincidence you're here.
Any idea where I might find the Dun Banner?
Try the Netherworld. The The whole unit was cut down during the battle 3 years ago.
I meant the unit's standard, which symbolizes death.
Ah, that makes it a lot easier. We buried it with the remains of the Kedwenis,
Where?
just outside Vergen. I'll mark it on your map as the road could get confusing. Strange things are afoot in those crypts, Witcher. Kedweni ghosts scaring off our folk. That would be normal since they were invaders. But one's some kind of amateur historian, asking all that venture there about the battle and the Dun Banner.
I'll look into it. Thanks. I have to see Saskia.
To what end?
To dispel the mist of wraiths, I need a few magic artifacts.
What's Saskia got to do with that?
Her sword is one of those items.
And what do you suggest I do? Yorvith and Saskia banned us from letting strangers in. And here are two old mates come over from the other side who want just that. A lose-lose situation if ever I've seen one.
That ought to be easy to get around.
Cow pies ought to be easy to get around, yet we don't always succeed.
I'm staying here, Yarpen. I want to join you, enlist. Will you have me in the Dwarven Brigade?
Will I have you, Chiefy? Will I plough and have you? Why, I'll make you fucking commander, you cocksucker! Problem solved. Scalen, you're my witness. Zoltan's no longer a stranger.
Aha.
All right. Now I'll introduce you to Saskia, and you can try to clarify the story with a sword for her. Or whatnot.
Don't you fret about the sword, Geralt. I promise to ascend to the fucking heights of oratory. Be soft as a mink, cautious as a novice strumpet. I'll get you that blade if I have to shave my beard off.
All right then. See that, Scalen? We were headed for a tragedy.
Now we're headed for a comedy.
Ah, youth these days, lacking hope and heart. You know what Zoltan and I saw at Brenna, lad? To us, there's no such thing as the impossible.
Triss could be somewhere in this area.
The plague. I've not seen her 5 years, must be. Since that day they proclaimed you dead. Last saw her in Rivia, in any case.
From what I've been able to establish, the Kingslayer forced her to teleport the two of them to this area, and she's not on the other side of the fog.
What did this Kingslayer look like?
A huge, bald witcher. Wears a medallion with a snake on it.
Sorry, Geralt. Doesn't even ring the tiniest bell, any of that.
I might know something. This drunk in Vergen claims he saw a redhead fall from the sky somewhere among the ravines. And then he said the sorceress Philippa Eilhart came around looking for this woman.
Shriveled old minx.
She sent her servant and some peasants to the ravines after her. But they came back empty-handed. Now Philippa's servant maid's gone, leaving the sorceress angry as a wasp. She even turned one of the plebs into a pig. I spoke to one of those peasants. He claims the lass was no servant, but an Nilfgaardian agent. And she apparently found something in those ravines. Maybe it was Triss. And maybe it was that witcher. Madame Eilhart, or the old minx as Yarpen calls her, knows she's been duped and can't forgive herself for it.
Did the woman flee south, deeper into Edirn?
Fucking hell! She came out the main gate not more than an hour ago, headed straight for the fog. Thought she might be out to do some magic probing or whatnot.
She knew a bit of magic. She might have crossed.
I guess I need to visit Shillard when I get back. How's Yorvith? Any chance I might run into him?
Minimal. He follows Saskia around like a once-neglected pup. Eyes on her at all times.
At least the lass is well protected. What do you seek from Yorvith? Last I heard, you weren't exactly chummy.
You heard right. But when I last saw him in Flotsam, he had something I need to lift the curse.
Even if you see him, I doubt he'll give you anything out of the kindness of his heart. Perhaps Saskia can convince him?
Guess I don't have much of a choice. It's nice to talk to you all, but we've got things to do.
Ah, that's life. Open the gate. I've got to fetch me a certain sword.
Wait a minute. If by some miracle you obtain that cursed blade, I'd advise you not to parade it out the main gate past the squirrels.
Got another solution?
there's another passage. I'll mark it in the Witcher's map and show you myself. Sound all right to you?
It does. In the meantime, I'll look around for that flag.
Prime, I'd say.
Off we go then.
Who are you, and what do you seek?
Geralt of Rivia. I seek the standard of the Dun Banner. Who are you?
Eckhart Hennessy, ensign and color-bearer of the Dun Banner, the best force to issue from the land of Kedwen.
You may not remember me, but I remember you.
Where from?
I served in the Dun Banner.
Liar!
I fought beneath its standard at Brenna and at Vergen.
The Battle of Brenna. The Nordlings, shoulder to shoulder against the Black Ones. The Redanians, led by De Ruyter on the right, the Talus leading Temeria on the left. A splendid sight, was it not?
You're mistaken. The Redanian regiments were on the left. The Temerians took the center.
Correct. Perhaps you speak the truth.
Try me again.
Tell me, for this you must know. Who was chief commander of the Nilfgaardians at Brenna?
Menno Cohorn.
I am beginning to believe you. Menno Cohorn, the repulsive head hound of the Nilfgaardian pack, but a great commander. He will again let the Nordlings' blood. Would you agree?
Your memory has suffered after death. Cohorn perished. At Brenna.
You are vigilant. I could not deceive you.
Because I am of the Dun Banner.
Perhaps you did fight at Brenna. It was so long ago I may have forgotten you. But Vergen is another matter.
I can't answer for the state of your memory.
You're right. Memory often fails us after death. I cringe to admit I've forgotten who commanded the armies during the Battle of Vergen. Perhaps the most important day of my life. And the last. Be so good as to remind me.
Seltkirk led Eddern. Vandergrift led us.
Well done. Not all know that. Some believe that the kings commanded the armies during the battle. Or that their mages did.
Do you believe me yet?
Not yet. But I shall when you tell me how you survived the massacre at Vergen.
Reverend Crest led us out of the fire. He had a magic medallion that protected us from the flames.
Many survived?
Zivik's platoon.
Zivik, the regiment's best corporal. You have proven that you served in the Dun Banner.
May I take the standard?
Why do you desire it so?
It will help me lift a curse.
Curses are of no import to me.
This one should be. It has stopped King Henselt's army from advancing.
The unicorn has returned.
He stands at Vergen's gates. With your help, he'll avenge the Dun Banner.
The standard lies in the sarcophagus. Take it. You will also find the sword of Colonel Gondor. Now, it is yours.
Thank you.
Where have you left your mount?
There are no horses here.
True. I would gladly drink with a brother from Brenna, but I am an unfettered soul. Strong drink means nothing, tastes of nothing. Perhaps I miss that most in death. Guard the standard. I grasped it firmly even as they cut me down.
Zoltan, you were supposed to bring the sword.
I failed, Geralt.
That was not the best idea, Witcher. Dwarves are poor liars in general, and that's especially true of this one.
You know everything you need to know?
Yes. You need the weapon to lift the curse from Henselt and free the souls of the fallen.
Milady, I know you're at war with Henselt, but the curse threatens Vergen as well. It's a field of uncontrollable magic energy.
No need to exert yourself. I know this. The sword shall be yours.
Just like that?
Yes. I'm glad to help and thank you on behalf of the Vergennes. the souls of whose loved ones will finally be granted the peace they have so long deserved.
Thank you, and good luck. See you, Zoltan, and don't get killed.
Nor you old prick. See you again. Someday. Saskia, I forgot one wee thing. Geralt wishes to meet with Yorvith. He's got dealings with the elf.
I need the head of the spear used to finish off Sabrina as she uttered the curse. Yorvith had it when we ran into each other in Flotsam.
He lost it playing dice. Scanlan now has the spearhead. The young Burden is a gambler, an addict, and perhaps Vergen's top sharp. You should speak to him.
Yorvith put that spearhead up as a bet?
When it comes to getting folk to sit down to a game of poker, Scanlan can be convincing. His pack is bulging with treasures. You'd be surprised. All won at dice.
I won't need convincing. We'll see how he does against me. Farewell to you both. I heard you have the head of Yorvith's spear.
I do indeed.
I could use that spearhead.
Not a chance in hell. It's my trophy. Won it off the greatest killer among elves. In certain circles, that makes me a hero.
What were you playing?
Dice poker.
I've rolled a few dice in my time.
Do I hear a challenge? I trust you'll not ask me for a handicap. Though I must warn you, I aim to be merciless. Curse or no curse.
Let's begin.
You play like a true sharp. Almost like a cheat. But, true to my word, the spearhead's yours.
Good, you're here. The Nilfgaardians attacked us.
Any idea why?
They were loitering around here, staring into the fog as if waiting for something. I summoned Fen, Silas, and a few others, and told Vess to cover us from a distance while we went to talk to them. So I asked the black dogs courteously why they were gazing into the fog, as if the Emperor himself was about to emerge from it. No answer. But I can see the anger, knitted brows, faces reddening. And they start growling to each other in that dog's tongue of theirs. A woman came out of the mist, beautiful and barely alive. She dropped to the ground and a small object slipped from her hand. It was a jade figurine, no larger than a man's hand. If I didn't know it was impossible, I'd say it was Triss turned into a statuette.
It is possible. Artifact compression. Where's this woman?
I don't know. The girl growled at the soldiers and all hell broke loose. The Black Ones jumped us and she ran off towards the camp.
I need to follow her.
We're going with you. Fall in! We're too late.
Is the Percival ready to sail?
It is. But they will not let us go. Henselt has plans of his own.
I couldn't give a shit about Henselt. Shillard has Triss, and I need to save her.
It's not an option. They'll not let us sail until you lift the curse. And we've no chance of catching the Nilfgaardians on foot. If they wanted to kill her, she'd be dead already. Besides which, we know where they've gone. Loch Muin, Witcher. The monarchs and mages are to meet and decide the fate of the known world. You will find Triss there, I promise.
At last. Have you got Sabrina's spear?
Not only that, I've got all 3 artifacts.
You won't regret it. Let's do some magic.
She died here.
And pissed and shat as she did.
Evil place. You can feel it in the air. Those candles don't help any either.
They've gone mad. Someone said the bitch died a martyr and now the common folk burn candles for her.
I have to observe this place from a distance.
During the execution, I was on that hill. I'll show you.
Flat area. That's good.
Are you concerned for your feet?
Your Majesty, you need to draw runic protective signs around the stake.
Magic signs are the domain of witches, not kings. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's important that you draw the circle yourself, Your Majesty.
Important for whom?
It was your death Sabrina foretold, so who do you think?
All right. Tell me what we do.
To lift the curse, we have to reenact the events from 3 years ago.
How do you wish to do that if half of those involved lie rotten with the worms?
It's about the energy of that time. The energy of the woman who cast the curse, combined with the energy of its victim. When you get the runic signs right, Sabrina's ghost will appear.
Bring the bitch to life. It'll be a pleasure to put my spear in her.
Remember to stab her in exactly the same spot as that soldier did, but earlier this time, before the sorceress completes the curse.
I'll look for the hole. But how am I to know when?
When you realize that the curse concerns you. But be ready, she may use a different name.
Is that all?
For you. Then I take over. Specters might appear during the exorcism.
Might or will?
It depends on Sabrina's aura in the spirit world.
I'll wager ghosts loathe the cunt. Let's get it over with. Tell me what I am to draw.
You have to go down there, Your Majesty.
What about you?
I'll guide you. I have a good view from up here. Pour the powder towards the petrified bread loaf, Your Majesty. Head towards the black candles, Your Majesty. Now go towards the goat skull, Your Majesty. Now towards the burnt tree. Find the raven's corpse, Your Majesty. Now spread the powder and head for the stone bowl. Go towards the pixie ring, Your Majesty. Sire, form a large, even circle at a good distance from the pyre.
It's turned out beautifully. Pity the wind will soon scatter it.
The evil power of the curse came from the fire. Fire's a hard element to tame, and this one had added potency. It consumed the body of the one casting the curse.
Enough of these phantasmagorias, as Deathmold puts it. Look at my boots.
Stay in the circle, Your Majesty.
The powder reeks of dwarven dung.
You have some brave soldiers, Your Majesty.
They're scared of ghosts, as we all are. Cursed is there's hundreds of them!
Calm down, Your Majesty. We're protected by the magic runes. The ghosts won't get past the barrier.
I'm not afraid of people, but those plowing creatures have begun to bother me.
You're safe if you stay within the runes.
What should I do?
When the sorceress calls your name, you have to show mercy and end her suffering with the spear. You've broken the circle. Spectres could get through.
What shall we do?
I'll take care of them. You finish the exorcism, Your Majesty.
Curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire! Let it be so by blood and fire! shooting star. Split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a trail of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate 1,000-year-old rules. And power of fire devouring air by the charred bones of the innocent. Let see be fulfilled. With my prophecy, you cannot escape your fate. Curse you, Henselt! By blood and fire. Let it be so by blood and fire. Get the shooting star. Split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a trail of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate 1,000-year-old rules. Pain and power of fire devouring air by the charred bones of the innocent. Let the prophecy be fulfilled. Innocence with my prophecy. You cannot escape your fate. Curse you, Henselt. By blood and fire. Let it be so by blood and fire. Split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a trail of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of...
Now, Your Majesty.
Stand, Your Early. It worked.
Are you sure?
All I can say for sure is that a dwarf can pass between a troll's legs, even on tiptoe. But I think it went well.
Good. For me and for you. But all the worse for Aedirn.
I've separated you from the curse, but it remains active and powerful. The specters of the fallen continue to fight in the fields outside Vergen.
You'll find a way, like you did with that charcoal slut.
That'll be much harder.
I have faith in you, and faith can move mountains.
Funny you say that. I need an artifact symbolizing faith.
Yes, Deathmold told me. I'll give you the medallion. First, I must have a drink. Come to my tent. I'll roll out my best wine. You deserve it! I'm glad you're here. A messenger from Redania arrived this morning. Read.
The King of Redania, Radovid V, son of Vizima and Hedrig from Malior, the heir...
Get to the point.
The point is, it's not true that after the death of King Foltest, Temeria will be inherited. In truth, Foltest left a lawful heir.
Who is this heir?
Due to the tragic death of Prince Busi, his sister Anais will inherit the Temerian crown.
Witcher, you fought in the battles for the Lavalettes fortress. Tell me, how old is this princess?
She's too young to rule.
Remind me, who's her mother?
She is the king's daughter. Foltest wanted to recognize her as his own.
The Foltest I remember would never do that. If you counted all the bastards I begat, I could fill all the thrones of the north. What the hell's going on? Guards!
are they?
They wanted to kill me. Me! Ha! The scum. Witcher, we must talk. Deathmold said you needed this medallion. You saved my life, and I'm not nearly as ungrateful as some might say. You'll receive the pendant in due time.
Pity none could be taken alive.
Don't fret, Tanzaville. There are ways to make a dead man speak.
I know those methods. Necromancy is forbidden.
In the absence of the Council and the Conclave, it's hard to know what is forbidden. What would you say, Your Majesty?
I want to know everything. Plow that corpse if you have to. Do anything it takes.
Necromancy, Your Majesty, is a branch of magic.
I don't care. Do as you're told.
Count me out.
As the common folk say, be at ease, the woman's gone. I'll need your help, Witcher. You know where to find me.
It's never ending. I'm the bloody king, but she mumps and sulks like some common servant was trying to grope her.
Not every sorcerer is like Deathmold. Many don't like messing with corpses.
As long as she's in my camp, she'll do as I say. Go. Deathmold is probably biting his nails in anticipation.
Olivia, ready for the ride of your life.
Can't handle this without me?
You're a mutant, like this killer. An ordinary man would never survive Han Marvin's blue dream. You must drink a potion that will increase your heart's efficiency and strengthen your blood vessels. Hallucinogenic properties are also welcome, as they will enhance the vision.
Gadwall should do it. Necromancy's awfully fishy. What do you aim to do?
Han Marvin's blue dream is a spell that grants you a glimpse of a dead man's memories. You'll see, feel, and taste what the killer experienced in his life. As a mutant, the operation isn't at all dangerous for you.
Master Apothecary in King Henselt's service.
Geralt.
Geralt. Provenance and profession known only to him, so be it. How can I help you?
I want to stock up on herbs and medicine.
Got a prescription?
A prescription?
I jest. We have supply shortages, so I can only sell you certain medicaments.
Spoken to the king yet? Great.
He'll give you nothing until you free. Truthfully,
Give me... I'm ready.
Wonderful. The blue dream can be very useful, although it only lets you see the killer's recent past.
Hope it's worth it.
Pay attention to every detail, places, names, everything.
Got it.
Let's begin! Vecina Zanzala!
I nearly got lost in that fog. Look at it this way. Nobody will find us here. Unless Henselt attacks Bergen despite the mist. Henselt's not going to attack anyone ever again. Always the honest amongst. Henselt behaves as if he wants to help us. What do you mean? You've seen him. He loves playing the soldier. He's everywhere. He's reckless. Let the one assassinated like the others. Finally, some action. We've been skulking in these caves like bats. You'd rather be like a bat than slain by the king's mercenaries. What is it, Ox? Scared? I heard Deathmold never lets Henselt out of his sight, and now a witch has arrived in their camp. One of him, 3 of us. But you know who it is. I know, damn it, but don't let it get to you. It's Triss Merigold who worries me. If she betrays that Sheila ordered us to get rid of Demervend, things will get out of hand. Letho should kill her. He should, but apparently he only kills kings.
Here at last.
They're guarding the camp like it was a princess's chastity.
Did you learn anything?
The White Wolf has arrived at the Kaedweni camp with Vernon Roche.
Looks like he's Henselt's lackey now.
I'd rather Henselt used others as his lackeys.
With his amnesia, we're safe.
Not so. That's exactly what makes him so dangerous. We have to be careful. Especially now we've broken off with Yorvith and his bunch.
There's something else. Sheila de Tanzerville.
You're right. Our sorceress is playing hard.
De Tanzerville has done her job. We don't need her anymore.
We won't kill her. Not just yet.
You know best.
That's right. The main thing now is to get rid of Henselt. You'll go soon.
What about you?
I'm heading to Loch Muin. That's where things will be decided. We'll meet again soon, if you're careful.
To drink a jug of wine and laugh about it?
Who knows?
I'll take the palisade. We'll meet by the cave entrance.
And I heard you stashed some of the duty in the cave.
The other.
Loch Muin?
The mage's place. Capital of Conquest. All the big ones in the north will be there.
Imagine. Kings, sorceresses.
We're here. That's all of them. What is it?
I thought I saw Sheila.
Let's go.
Wake up. I'm dying to hear everything. What did you find out?
Beans.
The other ones probably fled there.
Our dead man should have a key on him.
Do you remember anything else?
They said Sheila de Tanzerville was an accomplice in the murder.
Sheila? She was here while you were lying in a trance. She said she'd follow the second assassin. Do you remember anything else?
There's no time to waste. I'll follow them.
Good luck, Geralt.
Medallion's telling me something. Serret.
Sheila knew. She wants to destroy the evidence.
What evidence?
We didn't want to leave you.
What are you talking about?
Nearly made it. Just think. The Wild Hunt. We could have freed the world of the omen of war.
September 13th, 1269, the Ravine of the Hydra. Following the Peace of Sintra, 53 officers of the Vryheid Brigade were brought here and executed, their throats cut. The elves' bodies were dropped into the chasm. I don't know what the riders of the hunt were looking for. November 23rd, 1269. Sintra, the village of Coldwater, and another victim of the hunt. An 11-year-old boy. His parents didn't even ask if he had a chance. I'm tired. February 24th, 1270. A high pass in the Armouche Mountains. An Imperial Manticore, one of the world's oldest and deadliest monsters. I used to feel excitement at moments like this. Now the beast is only an obstacle on my way. Its meat and hot blood will help me survive this icy hell. May 30th, 1270. The Yaruga River. The hunt continues to race south. Since I've been following them, they've taken 23 individuals, all between the ages of 10 and 20. All except for Yennefer.
Did you get him?
Sheila got to him first. He's dead.
The bitch! She's probably on the other side of the mist by now. Come on, Witcher. We've got to remove that damn curse. I got the medallion from the king, the one you were looking for. Here.
I'm ready to lift the curse. I've got all the artifacts.
Then there is a chance we will soon move against Aedirn, and you will recover your memory.
I'll need your help, sorcerer, to find the right ghosts.
Ah, they will find you. The artifact's aura will lure them. Allow them to think, speak, and act. Then you will know what to do. Geralt, there's something else out there. I scanned the battlefield and noticed the Visitor's Ghost. It's different from the others. It's changed.
A Draug. I expected as much.
Ah. Good luck, Witcher.
Lovely autumn, but the fruit is plentiful. No one's picking it. You'll be picking enemy heads today. No reason to wait. Slaughter the Kedwenny mutts! Wait. Time's not right. Sometimes I forget what we're fighting for. Powerful kings have no choice but to wage wars. Then why don't them of End and Henselt's duel to settle things? My brother-in-law is from Kedwen. Decent fellow. Once I was at a market there. Quality goods, cheaper than our merchants too. Bloody hell, shut it! Every Kedwenny is a bastard. Do you know what they'll do to our women if we lose this battle? Have you forgotten that they come to pillage, burn and steal our land? Are we to give it away? Horse and feed, autumn! No, wait for the signal. There's no time to lose! Silence! Archers! Light your arrows! Aim at the first ditch! Get them! Capture the enemy standard! Standards in enemy hands. We're sitting ducks here. You need to tell the commander we were ambushed. We can't hold without reinforcements. I'm to tell him. No, Princess Syphilis. Move it, imbecile, before they slaughter us to a man. I shall make it. First battle. Killed my first man. Got blood on my hands.
sent me. We were ambushed. We can't hold.
Weren't your scouts keenly watching the battlefield, Captain?
Yes, sir. They must have dug those ditches in the night. The field was clear by day. Lady Glephisic scanned it with her magic during the night.
10 lashes to each scout. Hang every third one.
My lord, we need support.
There will be no reinforcements. You must hold. And you, Glephisic, I'll settle this after the battle. The king will learn of your incompetence.
Battles are won or lost by the commanders, not by sorceresses. Remember, I'll make a report too, and...
I've finished talking to you, witch. Time to win this battle. My lords, to your banners! We enter the fray!
Maybe you finished with me, but that doesn't mean I finished with you. Nadovesaved.
How can we help you, Sabrina?
My place at Hensel's court is threatened. Furthermore, if Vandegrift wins the battle, nothing will stop Hensel from taking Upper Edo.
The balance of power in the north will be upset. What do you intend?
I shall summon Melgar's fire to the battlefield. It will kill Vandegrift and weaken both sides.
Any use of unconventional weapons may be severely censored.
I'm aware of that.
Hensel's hegemony is counter to the Lodge's plans. We will help you, but remember, in the event that you fail, you'll be on your own.
I am ready.
That's all you've got? You're dying fast, like roaches under my boot. Is there a Kenwenny to match Selkirk of Gallant on this field? Visitor! I've long awaited this meeting.
Leave, Ghost.
I'll not give up an opportunity to duel Vandegrift.
He will kill you.
Selkirk does not fear death.
When you die, your soldiers will die every day afterwards. Forever. Leave. This is a task for a witcher, not a knight.
I do this solely for my men. Mercy. You have failed me.
Who are you?
Your nightmare.
should have stayed at home, Vandergriff. First mages to die after such a victory. Gods, we can't fight such sorcery.
Sorcerer's Head, unclean fire, we're doomed. Why are they doing this? As the prophecy said, the time will come when sorceresses turn on men. Flaming balls rain from the sky, and destruction will be unleashed. What should we do? Wait here for death? I shall lead you as a shepherd leads his flock, safely from the dark abyss. Stop firing! Our men are dying! A massacre! Save us, sire!
Sabrina, is that your work?
Order your troops forward, Your Majesty. The Aedirnian army is routed.
Not only the Aedirnian, look at that terrified horde. This very morning they were the finest of my knights.
They'll make it if they're reinforced.
Who allowed you to use magic?
Sire, if you strike now, Lormark will be yours.
You've tainted my honor, brought death to dozens of knights.
Sire, the battle was lost.
You put me to shame before Demavend. His troops fought like men of honor should. To the end. Sabrina Glevissig, I sentence you to death. You shall burn at the stake. I will return to claim my birthright.
July 25th, 1270. The forests of Angren. No mighty mortal, no heap of meat or strong man can parry the strike of the Slizzard's tail. Letho couldn't either, but by some miracle he survived. I helped him. After all, Witchers on the path should help each other. He had two comrades, brother Witchers from the School of the Viper. The hunt continued south, and Letho of Gullet knew where it was going. He knew where the hellish chase would end.
Finally awake?
Where are we?
In one of the safest places in the camp, my friend.
The brothel?
Mm-hmm.
How did I wind up here?
I found you out in the fields, unconscious.
The fog?
Gone. 3 days ago.
3 days? You sure?
Mm-hmm. In that time, Roach ventured deep into Kedwen on some secret mission. Managed to go off and come back.
Did you come here to fuck?
You gotta be kidding! My friend on his deathbed? I couldn't possibly do that.
Look around. You're in a whorehouse.
In a professional capacity only.
Cedric was right. The power within the Battle of Spectres restores memory.
Ah. So, did you get a look at another chapter of the epic poem titled Geralt of Rivia?
I remember who helped me track down the Wild Hunt.
Who?
Letho, Foltest's murderer. I saved his life and he knew where to find the Wild Hunt. I don't know if we rescued Yennefer. So, what happened while I was out?
Loads. You drove off the Fog of Spectres. Henselt learned of the plot against him, and Deathmold lost it completely.
Why has Henselt waited to attack?
The Kedweni nobles and officers are holding out for privileges. They want assurances there'll be no treaty with Nilfgaard, and that they'll get lands in the Pontar Valley.
Henselt's agreed.
Not on your life. He blew up. Roared and wailed and called them cowards. Thing is, he can't alienate the nobles completely. It went on for 3 days. Finally, he convinced part of the army, probably promised him a thing or two, and moved against Vergen. The battle's probably just getting underway.
What did you mean when you said the Deathmold's lost it?
Hensel chewed him out for not telling him about the plot. Then he chewed him out again for failing to find the plotters.
Deathmold's an ambitious guy. I can see how the stress might have gotten to him.
That ambitious guy has had every last suspect arrested. Now he's interrogating, torturing, and hanging them.
Yeah, he always goes back to what he does best. Any news on who might be behind the plot?
They arrested Brightfelt, Kirim of Caingorn, and Gunnar Bleckenhove and his entourage, but I haven't heard any details. Though I do know where to find the leader of the plotters.
How come?
I've always maintained that brothels are some of the best places under the sun. They're not only great places to...
Get to the point, Dandelion.
I overheard Whistling Wendy talking. Incidentally, don't let her nickname fool you. She's got a beautiful...
Focus, Dandelion.
Haven't the faintest who she was talking to. Never saw his face. But I heard him clearly. Further instructions from the boss. Today, in the hut on the cliff.
Dandelion, there's one more thing.
Tell me.
Your pamphlet. If Deathmold finds out...
Right. We need to get out of here.
You need to get out of here. Quick.
I'm not about to leave you behind, Geralt. Adventure awaits. Kingdoms teeter, plenty of things to write up in ballads.
Damn it, Dandelion, game's over. Can't you see that? When Deathmold finds you, you've got to go. Somewhere far from the Pontar Valley.
All right. I'll do it for you. I'll go to Oxenfurt, say hello to some of our old friends. But just as soon as this blows over, I'll come looking for you.
I know.
We have unfinished business to take care of. What now, Geralt?
I need to find Sheila and the Kingslayer. Then I need to get my memory back. First, I'm gonna find out who's behind this plot, though I expect I already know.
Think it's Sheila?
Leave, Dandelion. Hide, and I'll see you soon, old friend.